What precisely is your bill on auditing the Fed will do and not do? Let's just clear that up.
As a matter of fact, it's a pretty weak bill when you think about it.
Seems pretty mild.
But from their viewpoint, it is horrendous because we know what they've been doing, and they don't want us to know what they've been doing. The big argument has always been they don't want transparency because they'll lose their independence. And independence means secrecy. If they lose their secrecy, then the people and the Congress won't know what they've been doing, who gets bailed out, at what price. And I put an explicit statement in there that we have no intention of monitoring monetary policy, even though I have different views. But when you think of it, Bernie Sanders was a co-sponsor in the Senate. He and I don't see eye to eye on the market, but we see eye to eye on transparency. So we wouldn't agree on monetary policy, but we agreed on this bill. But in order to clarify that Bernanke would say, well, what we don't need is Congress coming in the day after we have a FOMC meeting and finding out who said what and why, because everybody would be hesitant. One of the arguments is, if Congress had anything to do with this, they'd keep interest rates too low, too long. And I
like
thought,
1%, right?
Yeah, I thought, well, isn't that the problem? And they said, well, we don't want it politicized. But isn't it already politicized? I mean, when you think certain companies may have access, but the restriction that's in the bill to make sure that it doesn't look like we're going to look over their shoulders, it's written so that the Congress can't look at the books at least for 6 months after they've done it. So it's not going to change tomorrow what they're going to do.
So basically what your bill does is, where has the money gone?
That is it. Who got it, and did they get
what criteria did they use to shovel out this money?
And which companies? How about which companies were denied? And whether or not the assets were bought at face value or the market value. If they're illiquid, maybe they're not worth 10 cents or maybe even less, and they get the full value of it. And I understand that some companies got full value, and some companies, got partial value. So that is very, very arbitrary. You can see, if they're playing those games, how hysterical they'd be if we got to open their books and find out.